A man is sitting by the fire in a field amongst other people in the rain, and he's sad and isolated and lonely. He's tagged along with people going to a gathering of New Age peoples for a 3-day camping fires event, but he's all on his own and he's feeling very low. In fact, he starts to imagine that he might as well end this life, because there'd be no point to it, when suddenly young children come up to him, 3. "Excuse me, mister, can we paint your face?" It was so unexpected, a question to be asked by these innocent girls. Of course, whatever they wanted to do was fine. So I said, "Yeah. What would you like us to do, mister?" So I said, "What can you do?" And she reeled off a couple of things. I can do a butterfly. I can do an angel. And then she said, "I can do a question mark." And the moment she said a question mark, I knew that was exactly the symbol I should have on my face. So I said, "The question mark, please." And she set about with her friends, painting my face in some way, I couldn't see it, the question mark. And when she was finished, I felt so overwhelmed by their attention that suddenly I wasn't just this isolated, strange, alone person that nobody was speaking to, that nobody even noticed. And suddenly I was noticed and the subject of an art experiment, and it was overwhelming for me, and I burst into tears. Real tears, weeping tears. And the girls, they left. It was at this point that my partner Sarah, who had obviously noticed what was going on, came over and put her arm around me and comforted me. And when my nose ran of snot, which it did because of the weeping, she wiped it for me, like a mama loving her child. I don't know if I ever saw that question mark, but the next day I was sitting by the fire again. It was a nicer weather day, it wasn't pouring with rain, and I wasn't feeling anywhere near like I was the day before. And I looked up and I saw the 3 girls standing not too far away, but not that close, unsure about whether they should approach me. And I could see that their dad, or one of the dad, was there, and he was sort of there to make sure everything was okay, but there was something that clearly they needed to do. And then they approached me. And the girl who had painted the question mark said to me, "Mister, you know yesterday when we painted your face, why did you cry?" And I almost cried again at that question. And I said something like, "Because I really appreciated what you did." And she went, "Oh, do you mean joy?" I said, "Yeah." And the 3 of them skipped off, understanding now, not thinking that they had done something wrong, which I think was what was troubling them. Their innocent approach of this quiet stranger, like wanting to play with him in their way. My daughter used to do that sometimes. "I paint your nails, Dad." "Yeah, go on then." And she would just do whatever she wanted. Or I've even had people put face masks on me and makeup on me and play with me. Go ahead, like a human doll. Women play with dolls, and I like it. It's like I don't have to do anything, I don't have to decide anything, but I'm absolutely included. I'm a part of it, essential in this moment, unique, and I just feel connected in a way that I don't normally feel. And so what brought that up as I'm walking into the park today, after having made a fairly, well, an unexpected recording, let's say that. I'm walking in and I'm very still, and I'm feeling like I usually do, alone. And as I look up, there's this 3 or 4 year old girl with their parents, and she's just waving at me as she's walking towards me. And it immediately makes me smile, and I little wave back to her, and I look at her dad who's smiling at me, and it's a nice moment of acceptance and interaction. And it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Children, I like interacting with children like that. There's just something lovely about it. It was what I appreciated so much about being my daughter's dad, to have my own little girl to be around and wave to and play with and have fun with and tease and care about and guide and protect. I got to experience all of that loving feeling that comes from each of those different things, and I needed it. I needed to know what that was like, because I couldn't have known otherwise, and it's important. I don't get much opportunity to do loving right now. There isn't anyone to actively love. I've had moments where I've been able to say something to someone virtually, which is a form of loving, in helping them, responding to them. I can't become a crutch. I can't need to say the same things time after time. But in those moments, that's loving. I don't actively love in a physical sense these days. The people I'm around, I don't even speak to. I don't even have to look at. I don't have any problem with them per se. Different levels, of course. They're just doing their thing, living their life, and that's what I'm doing too. They're not my people. And I'm not trying to fit in, to somehow make the best of not having my people, but I'll have these people, it'll do. No, it can't do. It doesn't do. My people or no people. And right now, no people. No physical people. No people I see. No people I hang out with, have conversations with, of a deep nature, of an interesting nature, of a subject that I am interested in, and there are many. I only talk to myself. And that's because I'm always ready to listen. And I don't judge, and I'm looking to learn and understand. And I don't need to project something that isn't true. I don't become somebody who is just fitting in and didn't mean to. I don't become the person that they see me as and then don't have a way to change it. And knowing that they're not seeing me right, but it's better to be seen wrong than not seen at all. At least so I thought. Now, I prefer not to be seen at all. I take everything to the extreme, you could say. It's my current special interest to experience anonymity no matter where I go or what I do. To not get involved, to not relate, to just do what is needed as simply and as efficiently as I can, and then let go. I don't try to make more of it, hold on to it, connect with those I come across. I just don't do that, and that's changing me, or it has changed me. The jury's out on how positive that change is. I feel a bit more me-like. And yet, who is it, me? Who am I? What is this? Consciousness, awareness, thoughts, feelings, memories that somehow combines together to create the thing I know as me. I know I'm not the same in every situation, and yet there is an aspect of me that is. And it's that aspect, the isness, that I wish to be or express without ever discovering that I am less than that again. The isness is all there is. Ness. The personality, the person, the preferences, the desires, the wants, the thoughts, these come out of that. These come after that. And if I'm not careful, I start to think that I am that, when I'm not that. But I don't know what that actually is. I don't know what isness is, because if I knew what isness was, it wouldn't be it. It would be something on top of it. And here we go again with some kind of structural experience, filtering myself through it and filtering things back into it. And I don't want that. There's something that limits my being myself through it. You could say that what is the me that's speaking these words? Where are these words coming from, and why are they being said in the way that they are? Some kind of interface is needed to connect me, the conscious awareness root of me, where this stuff comes out of, in a way that allows it to be perceived by another. We have to connect in a similar way. There has to be a structure that we use to do that. I don't have a way to actively, precisely communicate telepathically without the need to find the words. But it does happen, but I don't have a way to do that as naturally and as articulately as I can do with the words. But when I'm not using the words, when there are no words, just before I see that little girl wave to me, there's nothing to say. There's nobody there to say it. And after I finished speaking this, that person will return. There'll be nothing left to say, and nobody there to say it.